Hello everyone, this is Vamshi and I welcome you all to my channel Aspiring to Achieve UPSC CSE. Now in this particular video I am going to talk about the public service values and what are the various factors which acts as hindrances in having the public service values. Having known about this, what this video is all about, now let's get started with the video. So if we try to understand what the public service values are, these are the values where the public servants should have while providing the public service. Now what are the various values that the public servants should have while providing the public service? Public servants have to show integrity, honesty, should be compassion, should have a compassion value, and should have courage to perform their duty well and to maintain non-partisanship, and have to be loyal to towards their duty, and etc. So these are the few of the values where the public servants should have while providing the public service. Now let us see why these public service values are important. As we have understood what are the various public service values are, now let us try to see why these public service values are important. Now any individual would be driven by their own set of values or through external influence. So these values acts as a guiding factor in their behavior and helps in decision making. So if we talk about why the public service values are important, these public service values acts as the guiding factor for the public servants in their behavior and helps them in making decisions while providing the public service. Now I hope what and why are clear. Now let us try to understand how can these public service values can be imbibed the public servants. Now if we try to understand how these public service values can be imbibed in the minds of the public servants while providing the public services, there are various measures which can be taken into consideration in order to ensure that public service values are imbibed in the minds of the public servants. One is by mentioning the code of conduct and code of ethics, and by developing the sense of belongingness to the people, and also by promoting the values of accountability and being responsible towards their duty, and to maintain cordial relation with the people. These are the various factors which can be taken into consideration while to ensure that public servants are having the public service values while providing the public service. Now let us try to understand what are the various factors which acts as hindrances in having the public service values. The one major factor which not only in India, one major factor the entire world is facing is of corruption. It acts as one of the hindrance, one of the factor hindrance of having the public service values. And recently if we can see, there was a news on one of the additional collector of one of the region was caught red-handedly while accepting the bribe. So this was the one of the factor which acts as a hindrance in having the public service values. And the other factor is of lack of accountability. So if we can see in the recent past, there are many train accidents which were happened in across India. So whenever these kind of incidents happen, the government would be providing compensation, or it provides the data of the death tolls, and also it mentions about what is the cause of the cause of the incident. But there was no clear cut response on what are the various measures they are going to take in the coming future in order to reduce these kind of incidents. So here there is a lack of accountability from the government side, and also it is leading to lack of transparency as well. There was no proper action, or else there was no mention about how much the coverage system has covered up till now in reducing the train accidents. And this is also one of the factor which is acting as a hindrance in having the public service values in the public servants. And the other factor which is acting as a hindrance is inefficient service delivery. This inefficient service delivery would be because of insufficient training, or else this might be also the reason, like having low salaries. Even having low salaries also is also causing causing as a problem in providing the sufficient service delivery. So if we talk about the salary system, even Kautilya in his Ardhashastra 2500 years ago itself, in Kautilya in his Ardhashastra mentioned that public servants has to be paid more in order to reduce corruption while providing the public services. Kautilya was such a visionary, where he mentioned about this particular problem way back around 300 200 BC itself. So by this we have come to the end of the video. I hope you found this particular video informative, and let's meet up in another video with another content. Till then, happy learning. Thank you all.